2 नम्बरको रहेको छ लेबर रिलेटेड लेजिस्लेसन Bonus Act 1974 deals with the provision of bonus to be distributed to the employees. According to this act, the amount of bonus to be distributed should not exceed 10% after total profit. Further, it should also not be more than the total salary of 6 months. B number Labor Act 2017 Main provision of Labor Act. First number no work no pay. Second allow strike. This act allow employees to hold strike for their demand and urges employers to address them by conducting detailed talks. Third number payment during strike. Workers would hold protest within the legal framework will be paid half a day wages even though no work is done. Formulation of Fourth number point formulation of tribunal in case issues are not resolved through talks. 5 number point categorization of employee. This act the divided employee into 4 categories. A is regular employee, B is tax-based employee, C is casual worker and time-bounded workers including short-term workers and part-time workers. 6 number point performance evaluation. If performance does not appear satisfactory during 3 successive assignments, a worker can be fired. 7 number firing. An employer cannot be fire workers without a valid reason and without fulfilling lawful obligation. 8 number no discretionary termination. The employers can no longer terminate the workers at their whim. 9 number compulsory retirement. The age for compulsory retirement has been increased to 58 from the previous 55 years. 10 number point probation period. The probation period has been shortened to 6 months. 11 working hours. It is 8 hours a day and 48 hours a week. Overtime has been increased to 24 hours per week from 20 hours a week. Number point head court threshold. The new Labor Act is applicable to all entities regardless of number of employees. C. Trade Union Act 1992. It provides legal base for organizing trade union. A minimum of 10 employees representative at least 25% of the total employees are entitled to form a union. This act encourages collective bargaining, improving working conditions, enhancement of economic conditions of labor, improving labor productivity. It is D number Foreign Employment Act 2007 features specification of the country's bilateral agreement. Government makes a bilateral labor agreement with a foreign country. Second number, third number of selection of institution. Government select any licensed institution to through open competition and send workers through such institution. Steering committee, a steering company under the chairmanship of Ministry or Ministry of State for Labor and Transport Management is formed for formulating policies and making other agreements. Prohibits foreign employment business without obtaining license, sending a manure for employment and general discrimination. Sixth number point is the prior approval. A licensed soul makes a application to the department for prior approval to send workers from foreign employment. The application includes name and address of employers, country, types of foreign employment, types of number of workers, salary, facility, and leave to training by workers, working days, and time to spent on the workers. 7 number point publication of advertisement. On receipt of approval from the department, the license publishes an advertisement in Nepali language in a daily newspaper. List to be prepared. Candidates are selected on the basis of qualification and experience, and copy of the list is submitted to the Department of Foreign Employment. 11. Approval for passports. For visa and approval, the Department. 10. Labor permission sticker. After receiving visa of selecting workers, the licensed should make a submission to the Department for Labor Permission sticker. Foreign employment or personal basis. In case of personal integration, on need to make an application to the Department for approval. Training. Need to take orientation training from the prescribed institution. Foreign Employment Welfare Fund, established for social security and welfare of workers and their families. Formulation of Board. A Foreign Employment Promotion Board is constituted to protect the rights and interests of workers. 15. Foreign Employment Department. This department is under the Ministry of Labor and Transport Management. 16. Point is labor attached. The government appoints at least gazetted officer as the labor agent for a country where 5,000 or more workers have been sent for foreign employment. Repatriation of income through a bank or an institution licensed to provide banking service. Labor related regulation. Child Labor Act 2000. According to this act, children below 14 years of age are defined to be child laborers. Prohibit children it harass workers if the children are made to work for more than 6 hours a day and 36 hours in a week. It is regarded as illegal. Industrial Training Act 1982. It has made the provision of training counseling. हामी फाइनेन्शियल एन्ड इन्भेस्टिगेसन रेगुलेसन पढ्छौँ हामी अर्को भिडियो र अर्को पार्टमा पढ्छौँ। तबसम्मको लागि टाटा बाई बाई गुड बाई।